a great way to end 2016. As I said earlier, we're going to be taking you through memory lane, showing you some of 2016's best moments for us. And it's going to be a mixed grill of the wonderful guests that came through in 2016. Enjoy.
On our exclusive guest corner this week, we present to you a review of some of our studio guests in 2016. Enjoy some of the moments that made the year memorable as we say thank you for being our esteemed viewers through 2016. Believing 2017 will be super.
Okay, joining me is Nino Lowo Bolanle. Now, there's something about your name that fascinates me.
Yeah.
Of course, you know what Nino Lowo means. Like,
right, I do.
We got to spend the dough. So you're here with all the Benjamins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Thanks for being a part of the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, when did you get into this at all?
Well, it's been quite a journey for me, trying to get into Nollywood. But I will say I came in fully January of 2015.
Whoa, yeah. You're fresh bee. You are new to this then.
I guess so.
Or it was some on and off for you before last year?
Yeah, my first film was Rebirth in 2010.
That was your film?
That was my film.
Oh, okay. How did it do, Rebirth?
Well, not so great, but I guess it opened the doors for me. It was an experience, Without that, I wouldn't be here today.
Oh, great.
I used to hear, even before I was able to penetrate the industry, that there were a lot of cabans and cliques and, people you have to know and people you have to get through. And, for me, my story is totally peculiar because I put God to the test. And I can't lie about that, As uninteresting as it could be compared to other people's story, this is me. This is my story. I put God to the test and said, if you are God, I need Desmond Elliott. I need to see him.
And
I prayed with his name 7 days. I meet Desmond. I put Genevieve's name in my prayers. I meet her and I work with her.
Wow.
If you were the next person, all I have to do is pray over your name and I'll get you. And I'm relentless in my effort.
Start praying about people's name. You first start with Nino Lowo Bolanle. Pray about his name. You meet him. Beautiful Beverly Naya. How you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for being a part of this.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, great. So you started out when?
I moved to Nigeria officially in 2011. Prior to that, I came back. I was in uni, so I graduated around that time. And prior to that, I was, coming back to Nigeria, just like maybe for Christmas, maybe during the summertime, just to shoot one project and then rush back to go back to school and stuff. So, but officially since about 2011.
Okay, so, since 2011, how has it been for you? I know you said you've been coming and going before then, so you must have made some network of people that made it easy for you to now get fully into the industry. So was it that easy for you when you got back, or you had to start from square zero?
No, definitely. I wouldn't say it was easy at all. I think what made it a bit easier was the fact that I was coming back whilst in uni, so that made it easier because by the time I decided to move back, I already knew some directors, I knew some producers and stuff like that, and I knew some actors who were willing to help move me in the right direction. So, yeah.
She is one of the best when it comes to the trade of acting in the Nigerian movie industry. Please join me in welcoming, and yes, let me add to it that she is more beautiful in person than we get to see on camera or in screen. Join me in welcoming Buki Wright. Wonderful to meet you, ma.
Thank you very much.
I am so happy to see you. I am so happy to see you. I love your movies. I love Omotara Johnson. I love Shawari Day. Yeah, and for you that do not understand Yoruba, so sorry, but there's this part I really need to say. Can you remember that part that someone said, Tinu Alawere Bodeo, and you're like, I love that.
Thank you very
I love
much.
that movie. So good, so good. And Omotara Johnson was wonderful. A lot of your movies have been incredible. Kudos to you.
Thank you
So,
very much.
but then I really don't get to see you in movies like I used to back then. What happened? You decided to take a pause, or you're going slow?
Well, as with every industry, you get to a certain level that you feel you need to move with time, and I would always say that I only appear in very few good movies.
Oh, yeah?
And good movies don't come all the time.
Sure, I
So,
agree.
for you to see Bukky right, you always have to look for those good movies.
So let me ask both of you this. He just painted a picture, and I can imagine. How were you able to hold up and say, you know what, this is a project, and let's just give it our all, interpret our roles properly, so that not just us is going to be able to see this, but the whole world when we eventually put this project together, so everybody can be able to feel what we're feeling. How was it for you? Now, this is to both of you.
Okay, you want to go first?
Let me go first. Well, for me, because of the character I played, Boname, who happened to be his grandson.
Yeah.
So I had to blend with the community. So I had to let myself go. I had to, meet people outside where we were, outside where we stayed, outside the hotel. So usually I'll just go out the compound to the road to buy something. I mingle with each and every person, and they were just wonderful people. Okay, they are totally wonderful people. So for me, it was wonderful because he'll be like, let's go swim in the river. I'm like, okay. Hold on, the river. I'm scared of yeah, I'm like, okay, hold on. The river, I mean, let's just go somewhere else and just chill. Let's just look around. Okay, like, okay, let's go. The next day, he said the same thing. Like, do you want to swim? I'm like, okay, let me just stay around the river and just look around. It was a wonderful experience.
Did you end up swimming in the river?
No,
you did.
No.
Actually, talking about the river, living in a place like Lagos and some of the places in Nigeria precisely, there are a lot of things you cannot imagine.
True.
There are a lot of things you can't imagine, just like Daddy said, right? He did something in 1981. Something. We read and hear stories about militancy and how devastated the Niger Delta is, but it's not something you can comprehend. It's not something you can imagine until we went there, until I went there. When I landed, driving from Port Harcourt Airport to Oloibiri, the driver that drove me kept saying, that's this guy's house, but they don't even have a good road. Do you understand? Now, I played the character Sino Evil in the film as a militant. Just stepping into Oloibiri, I became a militant.
I can still see it in you. You need to calm down, right?
I wish I can, because as I'm telling you now, I can still recall every experience. I can see the entire picture. No water. We talk about swimming in the river. You do not want to imagine this river. Have you ever had Lipton tea with plenty cream in it before? That's how it is. Now, in this same river, sorry, I'm going to say it this way, that's where they poo-poo. In this same river, a part of this river, they go there to scoop water to cook. In this same river, let's say this happens here, and this other one happens here.
Sure.
Unfortunately, actually, you exacerbate the problem. Because you have a cloud all over your face, you have darkness, you cannot think straight, you are full of hate. No. We must sit down and talk with one another.
And talk. And when we have talked, we talk again.
And that's what the movie is all about.
Power of dialogue.
That's just what the movie is all about.
I hate that I've not seen this movie. Right?
Sincerely, you need to see the film.
I will see it.
We're excited. We're excited.
I say to people that sometimes camera does not do justice. So I tell them that I am finer than I appear right now, and she is way finer than she appears. Good to have you here, man.
Thank you.
Oh wow, it's been a long time in Nollywood, and it's like a baby. You've watched it grow.
Yes.
How proud are you?
I'm so very proud of myself, and I'm so proud of choosing this career. Well, when I was starting, I felt it was just a child's play. Normally when you're in school and you're on vacation, you want to just do something. So my uncle was like, okay, come and do something for us. I said, I'm not doing. And he said, please do. And I did. I felt it was just a child's play. Just come and roll, shoot and go. But when after school, I was still searching for a job. I didn't get any. And I said, okay, let me do this. And I started.
Wow.
And I saw it was a career for me.
Wow.
This is what I want to do. This is where I want to make money from. So I started. So for me now, I think it's my career, and there's no going back about it.
see, like I used to tell people that NTA as a station is the station that made me what I am today. I was given a study leave with pay, one, and if you are able to work with NTA, you are a lucky person because they make a useful person out of you, even when you were useless. Nothing is. NTA will use you if you are able to. If you go through NTA and NTA goes through you, you will not suffer in life. You will know what to do next. If there is any calamity, there's always an escape route. NTA, I love my cap, I beg. NTA is a very good station. Just, to me, it has been a very good station. Point at one of my films that when I act them, it doesn't have a meaning. And if you look at this recent, you have not seen it. It's going to be shown in Israel and Germany. Let's take the last but one that people now cry for. I've been on, what is the name of this? Blessings, this lady Naja, Otumba, Leki's wife. So what are we talking about? Put yourself into it, be it. Convince them, confuse them. That is acting. And people will say, so man, you fine, bye. So man, you get that. That is when you have been able to convince them. When you know what you want. If you want to go into that into Nollywood or Hollywood because of self-aggrandizement, and it goes to say that you are not prepared yet. Going into acting, going into any sphere of arts, you need commitment. Don't go there because of a particular reason. Go there because of your interest for that job. It is the job now that will advertise you. Don't go there to impress anybody. Look, I am Yemi Adeyemi, and I will continue to be Yemi Adeyemi. Abasua for himself.
I'm sure you enjoyed every bit of that. I sure did have fun myself. And you can imagine the amount of fun I had actually having to sit with these people, talk to them one-on-one. There's always something to learn each time they come to the studio. And so you see that there's a whole lot to look forward to in 2017.